Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another LEGO Indiana Jones review. We have yet another set based off the first film, Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is set number 77015, Temple of the Golden Idol. This set includes 1,545 pieces and retails for $149.99 when it released on April 1st of 2023. Now this is a remake of a set that we got back in 2008, which I have actually reviewed on the channel and will be doing a small comparison later on in the video. But anyways, this is the largest set for the Indiana Jones theme in 2023, and it is coincidentally an 18 plus set, so you get that black box art and also the greebling from below, your logos, and even a specialized logo up there, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of the Golden Idol. I think this set looks fantastic. I'm really excited to see how this compares to the last version, which I thought was even just such a great set as far as play features go. This one looks to be packed with them as well, and it is really interesting to see so many play features within an 18 plus set. Spinning to the back of the box, you can see a different angle of our build as well as our dimensions and play features. We also happen to get a light brick in this set. Another thing that I did want to point out when it comes to the box, Mr. Harrison Ford himself off to the side. I really love that they include that on the side of the box, makes it extra special as far as the unboxing experience goes. So let's open this up and take a look at the box contents. Opening up the box, we get a total of 10 numbered bags. Bag numbers 1, 4, 5, 6, and 9, each featuring 2. We also happen to get a small little pamphlet in here, which this is LEGO's little blurb saying that they plan on being environmentally friendly by including paper bags in the future. Whether or not that's actually ever going to happen, who really knows? And LEGO was kind enough, with this being an 18 plus set, to include the manuals and sticker sheet within this giant folder. First things first, we have our sticker sheet, which includes a lot more stickers than I would want for an 18 plus set, and we also happen to get stickers for the name Raiders of the Lost Ark as well as our quote, which is a little disappointing considering they're printed in, say, the LEGO Star Wars dioramas. And here's where my biggest problem occurs when it comes to this set. When it comes to our instruction booklet, which I absolutely love that this is a booklet, but why couldn't they make a Legoized version of this poster for the front cover? I just think that would have looked so much cooler than including the cover from the movie. I mean, it's still fine, but it's just inconsistent, some of their design choices, and it's frustrating, in my opinion. From the back, you get just this plain white page, no logo, which surprised me. We also get your win information for 18 plus, piece count for quite a few pages here. It goes on and on. Information about the light brick. That goes on forever as well, leading to your final overall model. No advertisements for the other sets. Flipping open to the front, we have a little bit of information about this scene and how it was created. Some pictures from across all of the Indiana Jones movies, which you may recognize that some of these are from sets that we've actually gotten, like this one over here with the Ark of the Covenant. Temple of Doom got cancelled. This scene we actually got as a LEGO set. This we didn't get as a LEGO set. I wouldn't be surprised if this was something else that got cancelled. We'll have to wait and see. And then we have some more information just in different languages over here. Again, it's really cool when LEGO puts concept art within these 18 plus sets. I just think it's really fantastic that we get to see some of that, and also more pictures from the film. And just a timeline of Indiana Jones movies here, again referencing some things that you'll end up seeing within the sets. Cancelled Temple of Doom again, unfortunately, and nothing for the last one. We'll have to wait and see what happens for the Dial of Destiny. Some information about the designers. Really fantastic that we get this information in sets like this, and even a picture of all of them together. And that's it. So let's move on to our minifigure selection. To start us off, we have Indiana Jones, who is exclusive to this set with a brand new facial expression, and unlike the one that we got within the Tomb set, we actually have the flesh tone for the hands instead of these gloves. Another thing that I should note is that the torso is different compared to the one that we got in this cheapest set for this wave, which I do appreciate LEGO going all out with his character. Now we get two accessories, one being that classic whip with that soft plastic so you can move it about, and that side bag. Just classic accessories for Indiana Jones. Leg prints will be the same one across all three figures. Torso piece is the same exact one that we got within that tomb set. However, again, we just have the flesh tone for the hands compared to the gloves that we saw within that other set. Now looking at the facial expression, we get a tiny bit of a smirk from the front side, and when we turn that right around, you can see that his face is all covered in cobwebs and even including a spider right there. Very creepy. Don't really like that facial expression, but I guess it's something unique to make this character special. Hair hat combo is the same one you'll see on the other characters, which is just fantastic. I love how they created that piece with the dual molding. And we'll spin them around to the back so you can see the back printing, which we didn't see back in 2008. Just a quick look between the classic Indy and this one included in this set. Next up is Satipo, his second appearance ever in LEGO form. We saw him appear back in the 2008 set, which I'll also bring out so you can take a quick comparison of those torso pieces. One thing for sure is that we did fix flesh tone color, which doesn't look as bad as we saw back in the 2008 version. I do like this torso print a lot better, and the fact that we also get back printing here, which again, LEGO creeping me out here with those spiders on the back of his torso, which is accurate to the source material. I love that they include that, but still very creepy, and I just don't like it at all. Very terrible. Anyways, same accessory as we saw back in the 2008 set, this time just using a more modern, that cone piece there with one of those shorter flames compared to the carrot piece. Double-sided facial expression, one with a little bit of shock, and we'll turn that right around to see an even more scared look from the back side. We also use this hairpiece, which was originally created for Ron Weasley back in 2001, just recolored in black, which we have seen it in that color before. Next, we have the villain of this set, Renee Bellick, who's working for the Germans. This figure, I think, isn't as great as the one that we got in 2008, though we actually do get a brand new facial expression compared to the one from back in 2008. I just much prefer the darker colors here. That darker tan works a lot better than regular tan color you see here, which I don't know, it's just my opinion. I definitely prefer the darker colors considering the setting and everything. One thing that would have benefited this character may have been some dual molded legs, which is a missed opportunity, but still, we get a brand new torso print and a brand new facial expression. Only the one facial expression for this figure, as the hat does not fully cover up the back side, and you can also see some back printing, which is something we didn't get on the previous version. And again, that previous version pretty much being the same exact design when it comes to the accessory, and even the hat piece being used here, we get it recolored in the regular tan compared to the dark tan. And we also have that older style Draco Malfoy facial expression from 2007, which is really funny for that older version. Definitely prefer this new facial expression, but still would have liked to have seen some darker colors than these lighter colors for this character. And then finally, to round out our minifigure selection, not counting that skeleton in the set, we have a Havoto warrior. Now this figure also includes that same exact hairpiece that you'll see for Satipo, which is a little weird in my opinion. We also have a darker flesh tone for this character, which I really love getting the plain arms and legs in that color. Bow and arrow for the accessory. We get front and back printing on the torso. And we also get some leg printing just for that sort of loincloth design. Facial expression works very well with just some more of those paint markings on the character, and we'll spin that right around to see the alternate face where he's looking very tense. You can't tell me this set isn't an impressive display piece. My gosh. There are a lot of stickers in here, which is annoying, but at the end of the day, this model is just so beautiful. There's a lot of small pieces here also just to get a lot of the smaller details, which we didn't see in the last version, which I'll be doing a small comparison of later on in the video. But wow, just look at the full-on setup. I believe this is also the biggest diorama set that we've ever gotten from LEGO, with these sort of quote style dioramas. first thing I wanted to do was actually spin us all the way to the back. So we can start off with the ugly, which is the back side of this. Obviously nobody's going to be displaying it from the back side. You can see a lot of the different Technic features and like the gear systems in order to just make a lot of the features in this set work, which I do appreciate a lot of the play features for an 18+ display set. It's not something that I generally thought that we'd be seeing, and there are just a lot of complex sort of Technic designs in here just to make sure everything works. Entering the Temple of the Golden Idol, again, just so many great building techniques. You can see a lot of different skull designs throughout this set, and even just a brand new print here on this 2x2 circular tile piece, which you'll see repeat a few times on these circular bricks, which actually control the motion within the set, as you see with that boulder run scene. This is probably one of my favorite parts of this set, just because it's so much fun to do this. And you can control the action there, and you can stop it halfway if you want to take a picture or something. I love that. That is just so amazing. And it is also brick built compared to the one that we got in 2008, which was just a Duplo ball piece, which is really funny. Lots and lots of greenery around. I love getting these triangular tile pieces in this set, and also these bigger leafy pieces here, which you'll see connected using those clip piece connections. We have some stalagmites, some spiders down there, some more greenery. Of course, we gotta have our very nice local skeleton man using the same old print for the face, and those newer arms that were introduced in Ninjago, older style legs. You can also swing him out using that clip piece connection if you want to lay him down on the floor like that. We also have the reference to the spikes here, which is actually where our good friend Satipo dies. Lovely that they include that reference. You can also see we have yet another spider web and spider up here. This feature likewise also uses one of these spinny pieces to lift up and down the door, which you can see better over here. And that traps Indy into the room with the boulder. Another really cool printed piece in this set is for this 2x3 tile piece with just a little pattern that you'll see running across the entire border area. Again, just so many different little skull designs as we move across. You can also see our quote tile here, which has our stickered quote tiles, unlike the printed ones you'll see in LEGO Star Wars sets. We have this 2x4 one with the Raiders of the Lost Ark logo, and this 2x6 one which has our quote,
"Let us hurry. There is nothing to fear here." That's what scares me.
Another really interesting thing that I have to point out here is the fact that when it comes to the place where we whip across to get to the other side, we just have this plain black abyss, and I absolutely love that. Also have to point out all of the different tree bark pieces leading up over here to this very sad sort of palm tree design. Get another funny face over here, and that spot in which you can have Indy whip across to the other side of this pit. We also happen to get a little spinny feature for this, though honestly I don't really see the use of that. Some more great decorations as we move to the final resting spot of the Golden Idol. I really love all of just the patterns in this set. You get some of these 1x1s decorating the floor and some studded area for your minifigures to stand. We have like this empty torch. This small part over here is supposed to represent the arrow shooting trap. I should also point out we do happen to get some extra accessories in the set, one of which actually being the stick that Indy uses to poke the dead guy to see if he's still alive or not. And in order to actually get the Golden Idol, we happen to get something to try and replace it with, this little Lego bag. Now bringing Indy into the situation, he's here to take the Golden Idol. He's going to swap it out with the bag, so he can take that and put the bag in its place. And he's ready to leave when all of a sudden it starts to sink, And there we go, the temple starts to fall apart. Let's try that one more time. You can see that we also happen to activate a light brick, and we also have, again, this feature where the temple starts to break apart, which I think is just one of the more complex designs in this set. This was really complicated to get all of just everything to work together. I'm not someone who generally likes Lego Technic, but again, just the designs of all these little faces and how they're all somewhat unique, I really love. You also get a bunch of them as stickers on those 2x2 tile pieces. And again, we have something that we didn't actually get within the last version, where you can actually sync the spot that's holding the golden idol, or at least the bag in this case, which just adds to the playability of this set. Before I finish off this video, I did want to show all of the features from the back side as well, which also gives me a chance to talk about these stickers, which you'll also see repeat throughout this side of the model. You may have noticed that we have these stickers on these 1x tile pieces, which I don't know why they're hiding them back here. And it also doesn't make any sense they don't continue down here just to cover up those studs, but whatever. When you spin that first spot, here's a look at the feature from the back side. And you can see how just the rubber band and these different Technic pieces all work together, and presses down on that light brick up there. The gear system spinning that one little branch, which Indy is supposed to swing across. Not too complicated there. In order to bring the trapdoor down and up again, you can see the gears working their part. And lastly, from the back side, we have the boulder run. Works a lot better going down than up, just because of the incline of this piece over here, which has that whole sort of like spiky gear system, which I believe this is also a brand new recolor for this set. Again, just a lot of the different techniques in order to create some of the functions in this set for an 18+ set, which is mainly meant to be for display more so than play. I feel the LEGO Group did a wonderful job making something for not just an 18+ audience, but for everyone. As promised, here's my comparison between the 2008 and the 2023 versions of the Temple Escape, or the Temple of the Golden Idol. Now, surprisingly, both of these sets are about the same size, though of course this one includes a lot more pieces to accomplish a lot of the smaller details. Both of them feature stickers, however, the new one is the only one to actually include some exclusive prints, which are mostly down there at the base. Of course, we have some minifigure crossovers between these sets with Indy, Satipo, and Bellic, though one major difference is that the 2008 version includes Jock for the very first time and only time ever in LEGO form, and then the new one includes that Hivoto warrior. Another thing to note with this being an 18+ set is that the building techniques are going to be a lot more advanced than they were back in 2008, especially structure-wise. This one is a lot less likely to be broken apart as easily as the 2008 version, which really feels like it could fall apart at any moment when you're carrying it. Now, as far as what I like better when it comes to the boulder run scene, I definitely prefer the newer one as far as the function goes. It's a lot less messy than the one that we got back in 2008, which is just a plain old ball that rolls across, which could even get lost as it's not actually attached by any other pieces, compared to this one, which I guess is sort of more true to what we saw within the LEGO Indiana Jones video game, which I much more appreciate. Another thing I wanted to compare is taking a look at the Golden Idol, which may actually be shinier this year in 2023 than it was back in 2008, which is kind of surprising. I know LEGO is starting to go between their transition of having those shiny pieces becoming less shiny. You see that more so in the lightsabers from the time period. But anyways, they do look like the same exact mold. It's just the colors slightly vary, and I do have to appreciate the 2023 version just having that whole system where you can actually lower that section of the temple and just break it apart. It looks so much cleaner and much more accurate than the set that we got back in 2008, which I feel makes it a much better deal. So overall, for $150, is this set worth it? I mean, with this being on the market, I definitely recommend picking it up before it retires, as I expect this set to be worth maybe even more than the 2008 version. I definitely prefer this one over the 2008 version, even though the 2008 version was one that I've always wanted. I'm so happy that I finally own it in my collection, but this one is just really polished, and the building techniques and just the features. I love the features in here. I can't stop saying that. For an 18+ set, the amount of features in this set is just really extraordinary. Minifigure selection is also really great with some exclusive figs with brand new prints. If you're a fan of Indiana Jones, you won't be disappointed in this set. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!